Royal Babe, how to vet a man properly so we can avoid marrying monsters. Subscribe. If you've seen my previous video on the new trophy wife and how her hypergamous fantasy marriage literally turned out that the man was a whole monster, you will understand better. So they dated for 1 week. Well, weeks. And then in 1 week, they were married. So the vetting period was basically not there. So if the vetting period is not there, how are you able to tell the red flags? Let's look at the 10 red flags that she overlooked before marriage. And if she had waited a bit, she would have seen it. Number 1, observe his actions, not just his words. Sometimes, right, we become blind. Look at my video on Love is Not Blind so that you understand. We become blind because we want the fantasy to work out so much. She was a single mother and she had already been in a relationship and the relationship had ended. So that made her a lot more vulnerable before she got into this relationship, right? So she wanted the fantasy to work, the hypergamous marriage where she'd be provided for, like every woman wants, right? She wanted it to work so bad. So she may have closed the ears. Red flags where I can't hear them. He says he's a Christian man, so that's all. Maybe he'll be showing some small signs like he's reading the Bible or kind of praying. And then that's all. But then guys, observe his actions, not just what he says. Actually listen. Don't go on a date just to eat. And I'll make a video on questions to ask on a date. If you want to see it, please put it down in the comments below. Number 2, research is past. I know we women, we are the masters. When we start liking them, we become detectives. And his Instagram, his Facebook, his family member, his exes, we are good at that. So actually research his past before you actually give more of yourself to the person, because it's really a scary world out here. And create a list of relationships needs that you need to avoid future unfulfillment. Like things that you need, not nonsense things like, oh, he has to be 6 feet tall. No, he has to be a Christian man. He has to be a provider. He has to be a leader. Things like that, write it down so that when this man is not meeting it, you're like, no, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I know it may be hard, especially if you're like, oh, this man, at least he's financially stable, but he has been cheating with 10,000 girls like every rapper ever. No. Don't let hypergamy or their finances be everything that you look at, that you turn the blind eye to every other red flag, which I felt like maybe she may have done. Number 3, pay attention to how he handles conflict. We don't know how he handled conflicts in their relationship because she did not really go deep in depth. But then there's something that we all need to do. If it results to manipulation or anger or avoidance, or maybe if he struggles with deeper issues, you can find all these kind of things when you are on a date. Like, I went on a date once, right? The guy was a gentleman. But then when I listened to him, that's when I knew I cannot go on a second date with this guy. Because he was talking about his brother. Talking about how his brother is so good looking and he has to make sure his brother does not see him because his brother takes all the girls or gets all the girls, and yeah, he's afraid that I would lie the brother when I see him. I'm like, he gets the first date. It's the first date. What are you talking about? Which brother? Like, and then he was talking about his ex, and yeah, you can tell that this guy, he has deep insecurity. Like, you can just tell, like, when you ask the right questions, guys. If you want me to make a video on that, let me know. The right questions will let you know about how responsible they are with their finances, how they handle anger, their insecurities. You'll be able to tell, even if not deep down, you're able to know. Number 4, evaluate his financial responsibility. It's not, oh, he has to be this rich man. Like a lot of hypergamy spaces, we talk about, oh, I want this rich man, like 6 figures. A lot of these 6-figure men, they're not even generous. So what's the use? You have the money, yet I cannot get hold of it. So how is that helping? So a generous man, a man who loves to provide, he knows that that is his purpose on earth, to provide and to lead his family. That's the kind of man that we're looking for. A financially stable man. Financially stable can mean different things. That, oh, he has a job and he's doing well in it, or a business that he knows where he's going from here, and make sure he's financially responsible. Not, oh, I've made this money yet I don't know anything about investment, or I don't have any plans for the future, just going to do this job forever, or basically no security that if something was to happen, you need a backup. Because nowadays, especially when the COVID-19 pandemic happened, that's when the need for different side hustles came into play. Because nowadays, you are not relying on one paycheck, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. But anyway, somebody who is financially responsible and does not just spend his money on women or drinks or going out or entertainment. Or is it number 5? His family dynamics. So how he interacts with other people, his friends, his family, especially women, will let you know the insecurities that he has, or if he doesn't have any. Or how he relates with children will let you know, oh, how he's going to be in future with your children. Like all those kind of things you can see, because how a person relates in one area, it can really relate to another area. Number 6, look for consistency over time. That's why it takes time. It takes time to get to know somebody. Because somebody, like I said in my previous video, they can hide who they are for sometimes even years, but at least 3 months they can do it. So at least 3 months, let that be your dating stage or getting to know each other stage, no matter how much you want to get married. And I see this a lot in Christian couples where they want to do the do. So they get married fast so that they don't have to sin. But what's the use of getting married fast and then later you have to end it? So actually get to know the person, study the person, not just being in the fantasy or being charmed by their words. Look for consistent effort and integrity over months, not just weeks. Because people can change who they are. Even you, when you meet somebody, you want to have a good impression on the person, right? So you'll not show them exactly who you are fully. That's how every man is, since they are the one going for the woman. And don't wait for change. Like, oh, you think you can make this man better? No. Somebody who aligns with your needs right now. Because you are wanting them to change, or you want to change them. But how do you know in the future if they're actually going to change? People are more likely to stay where they are right now because people don't like change. Number 7, test his patience. See how he reacts when you want to put boundaries on some things like no sex without marriage or no kissing without marriage or whatsoever. See how he reacts. If he takes it in well, fine. But if not, then you know there's a problem. Like this man, she said in the previous video that he basically forced himself on her like 4 times in a marriage. If she had waited a bit longer, she may have seen that, oh, this is not a man that is patient or has self-control. That's why time is really necessary. And another thing I realized that when she spoke to him, right, in the video, she told him that, oh, when they first met, that I've left my boyfriend's place, so me and my children, we don't really have a place to stay right now. And then I guess she was trying to see what he would say, right? And then he was like, oh, I cannot move in with anybody until we are married. That's when the whole marriage talk came in. But I was like, why did you have to bring up marriage? Why couldn't you just say, oh, I'll rent somewhere for you? You see, you have the money. Like, why does it have to be, oh, come and live with me? I don't know if it's because she made that prerogative. I don't know. But that really confused me. That's how the marriage talk came so fast. And she was happy because she wanted to be married. Number 8, seek advice from trusted people. Like your pastors, your mentors, spiritual leaders. Like she went in so fast that I don't think she was able to seek advice from anybody else. Just going with her own gut. But seriously, God put these kind of people, accountability partners, around us for a reason, guys. So when your friends or something are saying that, oh, I don't like this guy, don't just think, oh, they are jealous. But actually try to understand where they are coming from. If they're coming from a good place, once you actually look at it without bias, you're able to understand them. And if they are coming from a bad place, you're able to also understand. Number 9, pray for discernment. But you cannot do this without God. Seriously. Because me, the situationships I've been in, and if it was not for God, gosh, look at my soul ties video, you understand better. So you need to pray for discernment. And when God gives it to you, shows you the red flags and the signs, actually listen and take it. Don't be like, oh, maybe God, I can change you. Oh, maybe this is not too bad. That's what she said. She thought that she could overlook it, even though she saw some red flags in the beginning. If there are red flags, they are there for a reason. They are not going to change to green all of a sudden. So when God tells you, listen and obey, because better is coming for you, trust me. It may seem like, oh, this guy has come, there's no other guy. But if he has come, there's going to be even way better, bigger. Because God is a God of abundance. So have that mindset, abundant mindset. See my GR videos to understand more. And then number 10, don't rush. If everything is summed up, is in this. Don't think, oh, I'm getting too old, my time is ticking. No. Like sometimes I feel like I'm getting old because I'm 26. And then sometimes people are like, oh, when I go to get married. It's better for me to wait for the right man and to rush into marriage or getting a boyfriend or whatsoever. And then later on, when I'm like 30, I see that it's wrong and then I have to start all over again. Right? Instead of waiting maybe 1 or 2 years to your late 20s and then you get the right man. Would you rather be in your mid-30s before you have to start all over again? And you think you are losing eggs or whatsoever? Sarah was 90 years old when she got a child. I'm not saying that we should be 90, but I'm trying to say there's nothing impossible with God. So do not rush yourself into any situation that God has not sent you to. That's that simple. True character takes time to reveal itself. So avoid quick life-altering commitments like marriage or even dating. And don't date just to date. Date for marriage. And that means looking for the right people, the right men with the right characters that you actually want to see in a marriage. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video on cheating.
Guys, guess what? I heard your thoughts and I delivered. I've literally made your personal winter act journal that everything has been made for you. Basically, all you have to do is put your notes in your mind, what you are thinking inside, the affirmation, the trackers, the meal trackers, the calendar for next year, your vision board, a weekly planner for the gym. All you have to do is get it down in the description below. Do not miss out. You can use the time you would have used for your winter journal to do even better things. And that's why we are leveling up this winter act. Clean treatment only.
God wants someone to know that He is about to turn that negative situation into the biggest blessing in your life. You're going to have to trust Him.